was even curlier than this, but I picked it out, and then it's just, I have natural curly hair, so it's what it is. But welcome to the wine hour, you guys. You guys ready to start talking about some wine? My favorite subject, besides my babies. Yeah, so we're gonna let Miss Jackie, our wonderful MC here. You guys, just a little background on Jacqueline, because I just feel like sharing some love. She is a professional woman. She has been in the finance industry for years. We have very similar backgrounds. It's what I've done as well. And we also have the same family background. We're both of Italian descent, so we both have that as well. So I just really relate with her. And you guys, she has, everything she does is to try to help grow and build people up beneath her. So she's really dope. She retired from her job. She's dove in to help not only her organization grow, but a couple of other MSIs help their organization grow. So if she comes to you and wants to help you, please give her some love, because she has just been absolutely a godsend to us. We're so grateful to have her here. We just really, really adore her and love her. So she has such an amazing personality and so much fun. That's why we picked her to help to kind of oversee the wine here, because she's just such a fun person, and wine is fun, right? But not only is she fun, she also has this in her background because she's Italian. So I swear we bleed wine. And then also the fact that she's very professional, knows how to market, knows how to talk to people. And she has so much, she's a wealth of knowledge that can help share with others. So we just love you, Jackie. Thank you for all your kindness here and your willingness to jump in and help build yourself and others. We just really love you. So I'm going to let her take it away.
Well, thank you so much for your kind words. And yes, I look like a real professional with my Pebbles hair this morning, but you know what? I'm me, and it is hard to be me. So we're going to get right into our show today. So we do this every Saturday. We call it our Saturday morning wine tasting brunch. And I absolutely love brunch. And so prior to this, we were doing a wine Wednesday, and we still do that once a month. Tanya hosts that for special occasions. I think the next one's coming up in a couple of weeks. It's going to be around Mother's Day. So don't miss out on that on Thursdays. But we have kind of shifted, guys. Rory talks a lot about marketing. You know, you got to be nimble. You got to change. There's trends, there's things, and you have to adapt with those changes very quickly. So it was decided to change up the wine tasting a little bit. And that's why we're here on Saturday mornings, and I absolutely love it. I've been around these parts for about 5 years. Like Tanya said, I just retired, and I always say I'm a lifer here. I absolutely love this platform. And it wasn't until I found Rory and Tanya 5 years ago that I ever really understood what all online marketing was. I thought I knew, and bless Rory's heart, for 8 months, he had to retool my brain. God bless him. And he did. And I just absolutely love it. So today we have a very, very wonderful lady. She's a wonderful cook, and she's her personality. I just love her so much. She is Sherry's student, and she is hosting today. And her name is Miss Kathy Ashby, and she has great treats for you, along with 2 wines that I believe she is going to be featuring. One is our Moscato, and we talked about that last week. And our Moscato wine, guys, if you're not a wine drinker, you're just getting into wine. You know, I was always a cab snob until I realized that there was so much wonderful wine out there, and my palate has grown. Moscato is a great wine. It is a delicate sweet wine, as they call it. To start people out with, if, you know, when you speak to somebody and they're like, well, I don't like this, or they don't have a clue what they like or what they don't like, because they've never really experienced real wine tasting and how to pair it with foods. But that's a subject for another day. But anyway, she's also going to be featuring another one of our wines with her second dish today, and it's one of our absolute favorites. And I love this man to death, and it's Mr. Niall Eddy. And he has a and I never say this right, okay, Pinot Noir that is named after him for life. And that's another perk that you get by being in this wine club and working very, very hard. you could possibly win a wine label, and it is actually produced the vintages under your name. And so we are going to feature his wine today with her second dish. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Kathy and kind of guide her through her tasting this morning. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And Kathy, take it away, baby.
Thank you, Jackie. Love you, darling.
Love you too, honey.
First, we're going to start with sausage balls. And guys, the recipe that I put on my page for sausage balls, you can't mess it up. And these are kind of mild. It's got turkey sausage and not the spicy kind, because my dear husband doesn't like spicy. If I made them, it would be spicy sausage with pepper jack cheese in it. So you just make them the way you want to make them, and they turn out like this, and they are yummy, yummy. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to pair this with the Dial Eddie, and I did decan it. See, I got my son video today. They got my decanter over here, so I did decant it, so it's nice and ready to go.
Kathy, how long did you decant your wine for, baby? That's a good tip for people to know, especially with a red.
I did it about 30 minutes, mainly because I did it sooner.
Perfect.
But as you were talking, everybody's been talking about, this has the nice legs on it when you swirl it around. And it's so good. It's a wonderful wine. I'm anxious to see how this pairs together.
What are you tasting, honey?
Well, right now I'm just tasting the sausage balls, so I'm gonna add some wine to it. That actually brings out the sausage more.
What type of spices do you have in your sausage ball, honey? Because that could be what's popping with the flavor.
All this has is the turkey sausage and the cheese and Bisquick.
Oh, wow. Okay. Any special seasonings or anything, or?
Like I said, my husband doesn't like spicy.
You mean you don't have like cayenne pepper or anything in there, right?
No. And what my husband likes, my husband gets. So
hey, when Papa's happy, everybody's happy, right?
Around this household, it is. And now let's move to this cake, because this has been an adventure this morning. You know, every time I do this, I try a recipe I've never made before.
That's what we love about you. You are always adventurous and bring us new things.
I was so afraid this was going to be my first fail. This cake. Okay, first of all, for anybody who decides to make it, it makes a mess. And you use about 5 different bowls before you combine it all together. And the batter is very thick. Very different than anything I've made before. I'm anxious to see how it tastes. But it did not grow out of the pan. I was afraid it was going to. I thought the oven was going to be covered in it, but it stayed in the pan. And I'm going to,
oh my God,
cover it in powdered sugar. So I'm doing that.
Those are the skinny calories, right?
Yeah.
I love the skinny calories. They don't count.
This just came out of the oven.
Oh my. And what kind of cake is that? It looks beautiful.
Called a strawberry breakfast cake.
Oh, so you got it with the fresh strawberries from your market, because it's strawberry season, right?
Yes, it is, honey. It is strawberry season. You can see Brent showing my basket of strawberries. My husband went and got those early this morning. They came strawberry fields.
Those are beautiful. You know, where I grew up, we actually just had the strawberry festival down in Southeast Louisiana, because there's a lot of strawberry farmers, for you guys that don't realize that. And where Kathy lives, it's the same way. And if you ever can get fresh strawberries right out the field, let me help you out. They are delicious. Those look absolutely beautiful, Kathy.
There's nothing like them. And I'm telling you, they are so good. You don't need sugar or anything on them. Well, let's try this out.
It looks wonderful.
They said put whipped cream on it, and I bought some whipped cream, but I don't think it needs it. Hang on, let me get my Moscato over here. I actually cut a strawberry up in my Moscato. Okay. Let's get a bite with we might as well get a bite with the powdered sugar, right?
Is it a thick cake? When you cut it, you said it was kind of a thick batter. So is it kind of like a coffee cake?
You know what? It's a lot lighter and fluffier than I thought it was going to be.
Wow.
I'm kind of amazed because the batter looked like it was going to make like a bread type. It's got fresh strawberries in it too. Oh, that's good together. The fruitiness of the Moscato and the fruit in this cake together, absolute heaven.
Well, the Moscato has that's why a lot of people like it, because of the sweetness and the fruity and light flavors of it. And so I would imagine that goes very well with that. Another thing that Kathy was going to do, just so you know, that also would pair very well with that is a mimosa, or just a sparkling wine. And just so you know, we haven't had sparkling in a while, but a little birdie told me that we might be getting some in our next couple of months shipments. So be on the lookout for that as well.
I cannot.
Me
I need some sparkling.
Me neither. Well, Tanya, I see you're on here, honey. Do you have anything that you want to might add about the two wines that she has just tasted and featured? Or Niall, I see you're on here as well. Any tidbit of education that you may deem good for the group?
Well, I just think the Pinot Noir is good with pretty much anything. Like that's just one of those wines that I just feel like it pairs well with, when in doubt, go Pinot Noir. That's just what it is, right? So I love that she did that. The Moscato with the strawberries. I was afraid that would be a little bit too sweet, but with the sweetness and the sweetness. What did you think, Kathy?
Well, you know what? The strawberries kind of just, it brought out more of the strawberry flavors. Instead of making it real sweet, the strawberries just kind of exploded.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's good. I love strawberries with sparkling, which I know is what you were trying to pair with, right? But we have some coming up, guys. It's coming. It's just wasn't quite ready for the December. So we're getting some. Hopefully we'll have some for the 4th of July season.
Well, I'm sure it will be absolutely phenomenal as our wines always are. So
oh yeah, everything's always good.
Oh, thank you. That looks amazing. And those strawberries look delicious.
Oh, they are.
But yeah, anytime, any kind of, I think with the Pinot Noir, any kind of meat, fish, vegetables, grilled vegetables are delicious. Hummus as well. Like I've paired so much with Pinot Noir that I just feel like it's just such a complimentary wine. And I like to tell people as well, when you're starting with reds, because a lot of people start with white, and they don't think they like red varietals. It's honestly just because, like Jackie said, it had mentioned earlier, it's really just because you haven't paired it properly or had it properly, or even you had a good wine. Like try ours. And the Nialetti is the only Pinot Noir we currently have. So I don't, it's just a very, very wonderful berry taste. And sometimes it's more plummy. I think this one has a little more plum to it than the last one. Because you guys, it's never going to taste the same because we use real grapes. We don't rush the process. We don't add things to it. It's the real grape, whatever the harvest is. And so many things that contribute to the flavor of the grape, whether they've had a dry season with if they had a dry season with water, it'll be almost be sweeter, grapier flavor. It just, even the smoke, the fires there in Northern California, that all affects the grape. How much sun they get that year, like everything. It's just amazing. Also, it goes down to what they use to fertilize the ground with. So there's so many different things that go into it. So that bottle is never going to taste the same, the vintage. So I always tell everybody to start reds with a Pinot Noir. start. If you don't think you like reds, try a Pinot Noir and try ours, because I really do believe, and I'm not just saying this because it's ours, I think it's the best one out there. I really do.
Yeah, there's so much about the Pinot grape itself, that Pinot Noir or the Pinot Grigio. They're both, there's something about that grape that is so versatile and one of the hardest grapes to grow, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Delicate.
Yeah.
But obviously our winemakers have it down, because both our Pinot Grigio and our Pinot Noir are phenomenal, in my opinion.
We have a question on it. After you open the red or white wine, how long do they last? Not long at my house.
How quickly can you pour, baby?
How fast can you pour? That might be going.
It's like, how many licks does it take to get in the center of a Tootsie Popper? No one knows.
It doesn't last long at all, really. But no, you can decant it for. I think it lasts for about a week, I guess, in the fridge. It is going to change the flavors, though. Keep in mind, the more, because the air is getting into that wine, so the longer that it's, even though you cap it, you can't get it full, like you can't get it airproof again. So it will slowly change. And depending, also just a note, guys, if you're storing your wine in your in your fridge with other foods and you're capping it, those foods and flavors are going to get into your wine as well. Whatever, if you have onions in there, garlic, like all that, it will change the flavor of the wine. So you just have to be aware of that. So, yeah, Jackie, do you have
one thing? I just wanted to, you just brought something up though, guys, and we may even have this in some of our wine gadgets, in some of our offers. You might want to check it out, but there are wine stoppers that actually you can pump into the top of the bottle that seal the wine, which also helps. If you're just gonna not have that recorked or in some vessel that seals that, to Tanya's point, it is going to not last as long. So you might want to check that out if you're just drinking wine by yourself and you just have a couple of glasses a night. That would be a tip to maybe check into. And I do think we may have some products like that somewhere.
Yeah. Jackie, look, I have one.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And it fuses, it actually pumps the air and seals the bottle, which helps the life of the bottle for a bit longer. So just a little tip. But
just keep in mind that, like, whites is usually a more mild wine, so that will last a little bit longer, but reds have a shelf life. So once you've opened them, you do want to consume those.
Exactly.
So, if you can't, you can invite me on over and I'll help you out.
I was going to say, if you don't feel you can finish it, invite a friend, share.
Oh, really? You might get a customer. Hey.
There you are. Jackie, did you share her page in the chat?
I am going to share her page. I have it right here. I'm going to put it in the chat, and we are right. We got a few more minutes, but Niall, was there anything else you wanted to add? Being that we featured your wonderful bottle of wine, I know you absolutely love it.
No, anything I said at this point would be biased, because I love the Pinot Grape. I love this Pinot Noir. I love that Pinot Grigio. I love everything we put here. I love you two people representing this, three, sorry. Because we have Kathy cooking, and I love strawberry season in Tennessee when Kathy's making some kind of cake, dessert, something. But I'm just happy to be affiliated with all of you.
You're so kind. But Kathy, thank you so much. You are always just a delight to have on. We love your recipes. You always pair perfectly. So we will have you again. And guys, we do this, like I say, every Saturday. Same time, same channel. So please join us. And now I'm going to turn it over to Tanya for the last remaining 30 minutes. And Tanya, I did put her page in the chat for everyone. And I am going to just block out for 1 minute, if I may. I need to go tend to product, but I'm going to
go right ahead.
I do have my DTCA pulled up if you need me to show how to.
I think Rory is going to do that, right, Rory? I think we have a couple of questions on that. So yeah, go ahead, Jackie. I'll take over from here, but just a couple of housekeeping things, you guys. Jackie mentioned that we do have one wine and dine a month now where we actually could, I want to call it I think I want to rephrase it to be like family dinner, because I want you guys, the whole purpose of it is for you guys to eat and pair with us. That's why I'm going to start announcing the wines ahead of time and everything so you guys can do it. But that will be May 11th. And again, the wines that I'm pairing with it, because it's Mother's Day, we're using all the mother's wine there. So we've got Donna Walker, who's an amazing mother and grandmother here. She's a label winner. I love that lady so very much. And then we have Adele is also, Adele is Peter Antonio's mother. So we're going to share her wine. And then I happen to have a couple of wines myself. I have the rosé, and then I have a Pinot Grigio. So I have those as well. And then because my last name is Rickard, we're going to throw in a little bit of the Rickard Merlot. And we are out of the Rickard Merlot, you guys, but we have more coming. So then a couple questions that I've had, Rory. So we're going to go into that. So just mark your calendars, you guys, for May 11th. It is, I always get this messed up, you guys, back and forth coast to coast with the time zones, but I'm going to do Utah time, which is mountain. And it is 6 o'clock mountain time, right, Rory? 6 o'clock mountain, which is 5 Pacific.
Which day is this?
May 11th. It's a Thursday. And right after that, we will have our training. And in case you guys don't know, for those of you guys who are here, we're going back to basics on Thursday night training. We had our last one on, we started over again for one more round here because we have a lot of new people coming in. And we want to make sure you guys are really cozy with our process. So we started on Thursday. Just this last Thursday, Niall started us off with step 1 and kind of educating us on step 1. And then we're going to go through all the steps again. And we have Niall, Jackie, Linda, and Stacy and Nell who will help us do those trainings and kind of rotate through. So please make sure you guys mark that. It'll be right after the next, this week. I think, I don't know if we're going to have it this week. Are we, Rory, because of everything going on? Who's doing the training this week? Jackie, Niall, do you know? Who's doing the training this next Thursday? Who does step 2?
Step 2, I thought was Stacy.
Was it Stacy?
Yeah.
Will Stacy be with us? I think she will, right?
She should be fine by tomorrow. If not, one of us will cover.
Yeah, we'll still do it Thursday, babe.
Well, that I just worried because that's during the event. That's
The
the
event's
4th.
Friday.
Okay, yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So step 2 we'll cover on the 4th, you guys, and then step 3 will be right after the family dinner on the 11th. So grab some of your wines, pair some foods around those wines, you guys, and then enjoy dinner with us. Invite people over. Let's just kind of educate and have a family dinner. We're going to do a tasting. I really want to do those tastings where we just kind of start with the wines and kind of sip our way through to help educate your palates and to help you guys get ready for more wine. The only way you can learn and develop your palate is by tasting. So anyway, with that being said, then I want to talk to Rory. We have a couple questions on the Vortex system. So he's the man on this, in case you guys didn't know. They want to know when they're putting in, how do they know if emails are being sent, and can they see all that in the back office? So that's a lot of the questions I've been getting. When they load people into the Vortex, how do they know if things are getting done? I don't know if we have some kind of, I don't know if we have anything that's going to alert them that something's been sent.
Yeah, there's, hold on a sec. I'm going to go into that right now.
If you guys have questions specifically related to the Vortex, this is the time, guys. So specifically only to the Vortex, please, then raise your hand.
Well, I'm gonna make it real clear. So in the contact manager, so let me come back to this.
Okay. All right, you're getting a few here in the chat, right?
All right, let's see. How do you delete them? Actually, let me look at that really quick because I think you can view your contacts. There is a way to delete them. If not, I'll make sure we get that in there. But usually, you know, I don't know how they got added by mistake, but we'll have the ability to remove them. They can remove themselves by saying stop. The Savings Highway Global program is where we start everything. So it goes Savings Highway Global, then we hit them into wine, then we have a process we go through. There's some changes happening right now. So there is the brain food teacher lead, a brain food student lead. Let me show you my screen. And before we go to the questions, let me just do this, and this might answer it. If it says email is already registered, it means they're in the vortex already. And that being said, you know, we might do it like, I don't, and Angelica, I might have you come on. I don't know who iPhone is. If you guys don't put your name on there, I need you to put your names, you guys. We got to have a really good habit of putting names on. The bigger we get, we got to know who we're talking to. So iPhone, I need you to put your name on there. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Who is this?
This is Ann. I don't know how to put my name on my iPhone. I'm sorry.
ANN?
ANN, and my last name is Tomales.
Tomales? Tomales?
Yes.
Okay, I got you on there now. We'll work.
Thank you.
So Ann, welcome to our chat here. What's your question?
My question is, all the prospects I'm putting in the vortex, do I also have to put them individually in all the other ones underneath, or does it automatically?
Add them once. The system, I'm controlling the system where the messages go up. Put them in once.
Okay, so just Saving Highways Global, and then that's it.
Yep.
Perfect.
There's so many things that we're doing, and we have to run the stats, and we're also I'm on a throttle part, because if we have a lot of legacy data we're hitting, we got to be careful not to get blocked, and there's a bunch of things that have to happen. So right now it's getting out there, and next weekend next weekend's gonna be magical, but more and more outputs going out to Savings Highway Global and the rest of the campaigns. So we're doing a refresh constantly on getting the old data going, because we have a lot of data in there, and we're going to be in the new system and progressing. So everybody just needs to focus on adding as many contacts as they can that are positive responders into your Savings Highway Global inside the vortex. Just add them and just let it go.
Okay, thank you.
What was that, Ann?
I said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ann. And I want to tell everybody this. I actually share my screen. And we're doing a lot of changes. So if you run into an issue, submit a ticket so that we can, get them over to Peter to modify. We are adding so much to DTC Ambassador, so much. We're getting ready for the education stuff. So guys, right here is the brain food teacher lead, the brain food student lead. We have landing pages that are going to be feeding these for you. This is brand new. So if you guys watch this, I mean, we have a bunch of things in here that are all lined up for a certain reason. The brain food teacher and the brain food student, those are not going to get any messages outside of that. They're not part of our rotation. They're not part of our circular marketing. We're going to keep brain food on its own island, if you will, because it's education, right? We're not going to blend in anything else to that. We're not even going to pitch the PBS to that. The teachers that come through, they're going to get exposure based on the way we do a high touch. But the students and the families coming in, that's this program. This is all part of the vortex. But because the vortex is a big system, even the teachers that come in, they'll have access to market everything else. They don't have to use it, but they'll have access to it all. Savings Highway Global is our front end sizzle to bring stuff in. It's because on the biz op side of things, it's a $20 purchase. They come in, they get to see everything that we have in here. Based on our processes over the last 2 months, this is working better than feeding them into wine. We give them into wine after, but we hit them up with some stuff here. That gets all campaign and planned, and we're doing live testing, got A/B testing going on. You guys don't need to worry about any of that. Just add them in, and that's here at the bottom. Add contact. Put as much information as you have on them. If you're using the the SDs and 101s, we give you guys permission. If you're create dialogue with them, they become yours. Add them in here. Add all their stuff that you have. A lot of those, we have a lot of this information. If you don't have it, don't add it. It's okay. And we want to make sure you put at least the email address, the mobile phone, if we have those in there, but put what you have in there and hit save. Build this up. Okay, build this up. And that's going to be building, that's going to put them in. This is all for this. Now the brain food teacher, the brain food student, those are going to be landing pages where they enter into. All right, so so you'll enter them in those forms to put them in there. This one is where we add them manually. This is all for our, I guess, our V marketing prospecting. This is what it's for. The Vortex is for this. So add contact. And you want to be adding them in there, you know, anybody you can't get a hold of, anybody that I call it ghost you, right? They don't show up, but you've got positive feedback, you're going to add them in here. If you can't do a BRT with them, or you do a BRT and they're not ready for PBS, you're going to add them here. You're going to add them here. And if everybody's doing their remarketing and they're talking to, you know, 3 to 10 people a week minimum, this is going to grow. It's going to be very worthwhile. And remember, it's compounding with you and everybody in your teams. We're going to spend a lot more time on this. It's part of the big agenda, but you want to be adding people in here at will. And I'm just going to go over one thing. There is so much behind here that you guys can't physically see because it's in the code and our user interface is changing. There's so much advances being happening. We are spending a lot of money on development to make this what we need it to be to market our stuff going in the future. We're constantly adapting. So I don't want to make a lot of changes because we have changes being made already. But submit tickets if you have any issues or anything goes bump. We're live and going, right? You want to just be adding as many as you can down here as add contact. You just want to be adding, and building that up and working the leads and doing all that stuff. So I just want to show you guys that's where it's at. If you have 50 BV, so like let's say you're getting wine every month, and that's actually something I really should focus on. You guys, if you're having a payment problem, I'm going to just recap a couple things. Inside DTC Ambassador, in your profile is where you have account billing. That's for the Vortex system. That'll be for other things. The wine shipping is your smart ship. So go to your smart ship manager, which is in the bottom, or it's right here. Smart ship manager right here. That's where you want to modify it. And I'm gonna close this down for 1 second.
Just also on that, you guys, we cannot go in and add your number. So I get like a lot of tickets submitted. Can you put my number in? Here's my new credit card number. No, we cannot do that. We do not have access to enter that. It's for your protection. So when you guys submit a ticket about that, I can't do it. Also, the system will try to rebill you the next day. And I've had a couple of people that have had like 2 billings in 1 month where it's been like the first of the month and then their actual bill day. It was because it was trying to process that order from the month before. So you're actually getting the month before and that current month on the 15th or whatever your billing is. So that's what it is. And another thing, guys, we don't refund wine because it's a perishable item. So once it's been shipped, it's shipped. So just please make sure that you mind your smart ship. It's very, very important. It's your business. Make sure you're running your business accordingly. And when you're out of town, put it on hold, then submit a ticket, letting me know it's back off hold. You want your wines shipped, we'll get it done. But yeah, it's very important that you're in there all the time. But Rory, go back. People have a couple questions on the Vortex. I don't know if you saw them on the side there. They're asking if they can delete.
Yes, I'm gonna answer them. I came back to this. You guys all know where it's at. I'm gonna tell you guys, the stuff being added is incredible and it's going to help us just do more of what we're doing. I'm going to just stress this, add contacts to it, feed the machine, right? That means 2 things are happening. One, you're doing your remarketing. You're getting a hold of people that want to go now. Great, do that. When those that aren't ready, that's why we have the Vortex system. So you can focus on more people to get ready. You guys, we have something that's freaking amazing. We have leads coming in every day, new students coming in every day. We can't even keep on top of. It is incredible. We don't need to focus on follow-up on people that weren't ready yet. That's what the Vortex system is for. Put them in there, set it and forget it, go bring new blood in. We got new leads coming in all the time. You guys, we have this rolling marketing that's running. It's just constantly, we're spending money all the time on marketing. It's like this. Those leads are coming in, you need to work them, right? So you want to get on there and do as much as you can, work to be marketing. And if you're doing the be marketing leads that are the spreadsheet leads, those are our non-buyer leads. Those leads, Susan, you're going to add to Trello. Always add to Trello if they're not in Trello.
Always.
Those that are working SDs and 101s, and if you're working all of them, then you get it. SDs and 101s are already in Trello. So since they're already in Trello, you get dialogue with them. You claim them as yours. You put them under pending PBS in your Trello board that you're working with your leader, and you add them. If you can't get a hold of them to do the BRT, you're going to add them Keep them in your thing. We're going to be doing follow-up, but if they're not ready yet, put them in the follow-up system. Because we have people coming into our system and getting their PBSs going months, years later. Put them in the follow-up system. Work on new. It's all about prospecting. So let me go over this. We're going to constantly reach out. They're ready, great. We get them going. And as they show up, we show up. But we're constantly going to be adding new in. That's how this business works. That's how all business works. It's a machine. Feed it, run it. And this follow-up system, like if you're doing V marketing and you don't use the Vortex, you're missing out on something amazing. We follow up, that's the F word, by the way. That's the worst word we can use as follow-up, but follow-up's important. But what we're really doing is we're contacting. We're dripping on them. They're aware. And what we're saying is, hey, if you're ready, we're ready. Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? That's automated. New blood, we're reaching out to, high touch, go. And we don't ever call people and say, I'm going to go over this. We don't say, I'm following up with you, ever. Had a second to check in. I noticed I hadn't talked to you in a while. I wanted to check in. Check in. I'm checking in with you. Are you ready to go? Check in, not follow up. Check-ins. So anywhere it says FU, which is follow up, make it FU, it's the F word, make it CI, check in. Terminology is check in. I'm checking in with you. All right. I'll be saying that more and more because remember I told you guys, like, I'm listening to what I said. I call people and say, hey, I'm just calling to check in. Check-in's great. Check-in's healthy. It's a happy thing. I'm checking in. Not I'm following up. Follow up sounds desperate. We're not desperate. We just want the right people to work with. All right, Tony.
Roy, can you answer the questions here first? We have a bunch that have come on. The one if they can delete.
I don't know about delete on the contact thing. I got to look at that.
I didn't think we could.
But if they're in there and they shouldn't be there, that's probably like such a few thing. When we get the new revisions out, I'll talk to Peter about allowing us to be able to delete. Those that are looking, it says they're already in the system, they're in the system. Make note in your Trello card that that's going to happen. We're going to have some crossfire that way. However, if you're working with somebody high touch and they're signing up and it says they're already in the system, have them use a different email address, you'll be just fine. If you're working with that person, that's how you get around it. We want them to sign up with their instructor. So if you're putting them in the Vortex, so they're already say they're in there, hey, we have people come in here multiple times. Just go on to the next one. It's a high quality issue for us, overabundance. Don't get caught up on it, move forward.
Okay, can I ask my question?
Yes, Jolene, everybody that's already in the grapevine are being reflushed in. We got to do it slowly because we can't just jump the system. We'll get blocked, but they're being added. Absolutely. So just keep going forward, put new in, focus on new. All right, Tony.
Okay, I'm putting people into the Vortex.
Perfect.
As an ambassador. And if I want to go back and put them in wine, the $50 back office charge, will that automatically be not?
No, when they sign up, everybody will pay that.
So when they're with wine, they're paying $50 for the back office. When they're in Vortex or DT ambassador,
$50 in the back office, Tony.
they'll do two.
What do you mean two?
When I sign them up for DTCA ambassador, there's a $50 back office and then there's a $59.
Right.
The two different fees.
Okay, when I sign them up as a wine customer or a wine person, they have a $50 back office and then the membership. Aren't they the two same thing, the back office?
The 59 is the.
No, I'm not talking the 59, I'm talking the 50.
Once they sign up in DTCA, they get an account. They get one account. It's $50.
Yeah.
Whether they sign up just for wine or they sign up in the non-ship, which is turning into the brain food, doesn't matter. That's one account. There's no dual. And no one should be signing up for two accounts unless they want two accounts, like for marketing purposes. But Tony, if you sign them up in wine and you're signing them up in wine and then you add in a Vortex, they just added the Vortex. There's no additional $50 fee. It's just $59.
I realize that. It's backwards. If they sign up for Vortex first and then sign up for wine.
And they just pay the wine membership. They upgrade to a state. They don't need to pay the $50 again. It bypasses all of it.
That was my question.
Got it. Yeah, no, we do everything the right way. I don't need to pay 2 back office fees just unless they have 2 accounts. That's it. All right. Thanks, Tony. Joel.
Yes, so this is a question for Tanya. Well, it's twofold. Number one, Roy, when you mentioned, you may have people come back to you years later or months later. I've actually gotten 2 PBSs in the last 2 weeks, from exactly that, where one person called back months later, and then the other one, I've been working with her for a couple of weeks, and then she said, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." So I've now gotten 2 PBSs that way.
Yeah,
So
that works.
absolutely.
Attention marketing is a real thing, folks.
Awesome.
Attention
Absolutely.
marketing is real.
For sure. Now, my other question, Tanya, you had mentioned that in the back office with wine, that it may charge you twice for last month, this month.
Mhm.
When Canada gets turned on, I'm not going to get charged for all the other ones, right?
No,
Just
you won't.
all
No,
right,
it's
that's
just
all I
when
wanted
there's,
to
yeah, good question, Joel. It's just when there's been an issue with the billing and the cards tried to bill. That's when it will happen sometimes. And it doesn't happen all the time. It's very rare, but that does happen in some cases, right? But guess what? That just means you get 2 boxes of wine. So,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's a drinking problem. We can drink it away. We're good. But yes, Joel, hopefully, Rory, any updates on Canada since our Canadian friend is right here?
We're still waiting. We have stuff that, like, in customs. We're figuring that out. I have some really good people on it, and we are actually we're making some headway in another area on that. So I'll tell you this: we have a big solution we can do in Canada. It's very capital intensive. We just grow. Eventually, that's probably what we're going to end up doing anyway. But just keep plugging ahead, right? Just keep plugging ahead.
Yep. Nice.
Andy.
Great.
Our chaplain Perryman.
Yes, sir. So I have added folks to my vortex, but when I click on the name, I don't see that any emails have been sent out for any of them yet. So
The reporting on that is going to be delayed. It's going to show up. There's some fixes on that. It's going out, but the reporting we're doing a big user interface update. So I told everybody, just set it and forget it. Don't micromanage it. We're doing stuff behind the scenes. We have to be very careful to not get blacklisted. So just let us do our things. The reporting will catch up. It's all underway. So eventually you're going to be able to see a lot.
super.
Yeah. Great point. So
I saw your question, Andy. That's why I was asking that too as well, so I could get back with you. But yeah.
yeah. So right now, everybody just trust that things are going out, or we're getting things out there. Just feed the vortex. It's getting bigger and better. Jay Fish, are you coming to Orlando?
I am. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I ordered my very own scooter, so I'm going to be tooling around. It'll be fun.
Nice.
But I upgraded to Grand Cru as well. So
Oh, well, congratulations.
thank you. I'm
Welcome
so
to the Wine
excited.
Snob Club.
But I'm confused with the shipping, and I'm concerned because of coming to Florida. They ship the Smart Ship, which
Mhm.
I thought upgrading changed the Smart Ship and
It
would
doesn't.
send the Grand Cru bottles out and not the Smart Ship. So I'm real confused. It doesn't show the Grand Cru being sent. So how do I do
Jay, when did you order it?
I was going looking
the
that up. the call, look
24th,
that up.
26th, something like that?
All right, so it's probably either it gets kicked out a special way because so when you need to get that before you leave, right? When do you leave?
The 5th
Okay,
Where do you live, Jay?
Texas,
in
Dallas.
Texas.
Okay, I think you should get it before then, but I will check on it and get back with you. I'll verify it. Make sure you
Okay.
have the tracking number.
Yeah, because it doesn't show anything on the Grand Cru. It just shows the Smart Ship. So
Right.
I can track that, but
The Grand Crus get shipped out like in a priority setting because of how valuable they are.
Yeah.
So they literally it should arrive pretty quick, but it goes through a special process because we had damages and because how expensive they are, UPS made us do it a separate way.
Yeah.
They got tired of cash like that. They had their guys just smashing those wooden boxes and stuff up. So I'll find out, or Tanya will find out where that's at.
I
But
will.
and if it's not
Yeah.
going to be there May 5th, we'll hold it until after May 5th.
Sounds good.
Unless if it's already on its way, it's going to
Okay.
be there. So we'll
It,
find
it
out.
hasn't been shipped. I just checked on it, Jay. It hasn't been quite shipped yet, but it's in the Grand Cru section. So I see your order there on the shipping department, but it looks like it's supposed to go out on Monday. But I will just verify that you'll get it. You should get it right away because it's
We sent like 2 days. It's like sent 2 day,
yeah,
right?
2 day. Yeah. So, but let me just make sure. I'll verify that it will, or I'll ask them to wait and not send it until the following Monday, so you can have it.
Thank you so much. And I'm coming to Universal for 2 days. Woo-hoo!
Awesome.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. See you
All right.
soon. I'm so excited. Be
Right,
safe.
I'm excited too. Thanks, Jay.
Bye.
I will reach back. I'll email you, Jay, with the tracking number and everything and an update.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jay.
Cynthia White upgraded too. That's awesome. I'll go over this. So I had this question, and Bill Houlihan, I'll bring it up. The Grand Cru Black Cards we made a change in the branding. So things that got affected were things like the Black Card. We've got more things coming out. We'll update everybody that's a Grand Cru. Hang on. Just hang on. Big changes. But the card, there's things that are changing. Okay, just bear with us. Things are changing. No one's gonna get left out on anything. But we made some branding changes, and we're making some directional changes with the whole program anyway. Just hang on. We do it right. Just hang on. All right, so I'm gonna post some ads real quick, guys. If we can go right to that. No more questions. This is something I wanted to show you guys before. So let me share my screen.
Might need to stop the recording for that, Rory.
Oh, I should be fine on this.
Okay.
Let me close that down. Let me go right to posting ads. And now, guys, this is classifieds for free. I'm logged into my account, and I had to start over on mine. They did a transitional thing. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is one place of many you need to market on. But I'm going to bring this up there because it's been working really good. And I can't see images on mine. I was on someone else's, and theirs are showing up. Not sure what that is. But even without an image, I'm going to post it, right? And I have various images on here, and I'm putting this out there. So there are some good things to market in different sections, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I can, obviously you can renew your ads every day if you want to. Whenever I come in to classifieds for free, I just go and renew my ads, and it renewed all of them. Boom. Okay. Now I used to have like over 1 million ads in here. And when they did their update, I lost them all. It's fine. A lot of those things weren't really relevant anymore, but I love how fast the system's been. And I put it out there, and they've got a lot of legacy work that pays things off. And I'm just going to go over this. And even though these images aren't showing up, I just trust that they'll either fix it, or I just really want to get the links out anyway. So this is something that I can do, and I don't need to really chart these, because if I come in once a week, I set a reminder in my calendar to renew my ads once a week. And that way, if I'm not in there, but when I'm doing V marketing and I get in situations where I can't really prospect anybody because I got somebody watching the video and I'm corresponding with people, and then it's like, I don't want to reach out to anybody else while I'm waiting for that video to end, I go post some ads. And so what I've been doing is keeping this on a tab, and I just go create it. So I'm going to show you the different angles. Now, BizOp by itself, sending people to the PBS page that we have, great. So I'm going to show you my page, right? I'll go Rory 3. PBS. And I got I'm a marketer on there. This all comes on, and we talk about these different things. And I should have it say, it says see it all here, and I also should add my contact us. So I'm going to edit my page really quick. I'm doing the 3 exclamation marks, which I really don't like doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go to a heading 3. I like to put this on the right side. And then I'm literally going to go to my contact us. Now, this is one of the things I was trying to work with you guys before, because we added the contact us page. And I wanted to add this really quick. So it's going to go to my contact us page there. And I'm going to take the same thing and I'm going to paste it a couple other areas. Oops. Oops, oops. So I'm going to put that all in there. So those that want to help, otherwise they go down here and it's all spelled out. So down here, is there, and you guys, I'm going to be playing with these forever. We have people that sign up now. I've been getting more and more internet. Like I have people that come in, they sign up for the PBS. We're going to have separate landing pages for this that will help direct and guide it. But right now we have a way to track it. But more and more things are coming in here. Dang transition words, I tell you guys. Okay, I just gotta I'm just adding some more to it. Okay, so now, oh, I need one more somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna hit update. So that's the page I'm gonna mark it. Okay, I've updated it. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna grab this come here. The last picture I had on here is what I want to use. It's so I'm going to go here to post an ad. I know I uploaded a picture. You know, you can put like I have like someone working on a computer. Excuse me. Okay, so I got that there. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go Alabama, and sometimes you guys, just to keep the monotony away, I start from the bottom. So I'll start from Wyoming. I'm just going to focus in the U.S. and the headline is going to be and I'm going to put it under jobs available, and I'll fill out my information. Rory Poster, contact phone number. I have a dial pad number, right? And I'm actually going to put it on here. My dial pad's not going anywhere. By the way, I want to speak on this. If you're on dial pad and you're Goya trained, so you know how to properly answer the phones and you're working on stuff. And actually, if you're on dial pad and you're a GSI, so we know that, then we know you're not only Goya trained, but you've got a team and you know how to build it. We are creating inbound calls to the dial pad system. So if you're part of our dial pad with the corporate, we're creating that number. So I'm gonna put this number on here. This 801 number. So this will feed anybody that's on the dial pad rotation. Like Jackie, for instance, you're on the dial pad rotation. We are ramping up our exposure to get call-ins. You just answer the phone. These people are ready to go. So as a company, I'm focused on that more because, you know, I'm creating more work than I can handle. That's awesome. I get to share it with instructors. Constantly working on creating more. But I'm going to put that phone number in there because if they call that phone number, anybody that answers it can work with that person. If they're not in Trello, we just go. Everybody in Goya knows how to do that. Everybody on dial pad knows how to do that. And so I'll put that there. Manufacturer, I go RRR 247. They can search that. The model is PBS. Year is this year. And $98 is what I put in there. Oh, I need my link. And I'm not worried about YouTube video ID. We can do one. I don't have one on here. I haven't seen it work with this, but the description is pretty simple. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. And you guys can see that. I'll leave it here for just a second so you can see what I typed. We have and it's just something like that, right? It's a teaser to get them there, and I wrote it based on where I'm posting it, which is jobs available. Okay, this program lets you become recession proof. I'm just going to focus on that, right, as a tagline, and I can do a gazillion of them, right? Now I'm going to hit post ad. And then throughout the day, I'll just go post another ad. And it says Wyoming here. That shows you where I posted it last. So let's go down to Wyoming and just work my way up. Post ad. Look how quick it's running these days. So I'm just going to do this. And if I did this once a week, I'm making progress. Now I should be doing a lot more, but I set this up to do it in between my priorities. So my first priority is talking to new people and doing trainings, right? So if I'm not doing a BRT to get them into a PBS, I'm doing session 1, session 2, session 3, and so on. If I don't have that going on, I do everything I can to create more BRTs, more people to fill that pipeline up with. That's my number one priority, and I do it during the day when I can do it. At night, or when I have somebody watching like the wine video that's 30 minutes, I'm going to send stuff out, and I'm either going to be doing more prospecting and dial pad, or I'm going to post ads. I make my time very efficient. I'm focused on my business and every aspect of it. But if I'm on the weekend, guys, posting ads, I can do this. I can post ads like this on my cell phone. So like I can be at the amusement park, right? Which is usually a down day for everybody. And I'm in the lines, Tanya watching, I'm posting ads, boom, boom. I'm just posting ads while I'm in line. Makes it go by quick and I feel productive. I'm doing money-making activities. Yeah, I may not be able to do too many calls, even though I do BRTs there too, but I can also post ads. If I'm in the air flying, I'm posting ads. I'm listening to audiobooks and I'm posting ads, or I'm writing content, or I'm doing things. I'm constantly putting myself in a situation where I know my priority and what I do in my business. And if I'm not creating appointments and I'm not, then I'm missing out, right? I need to create appointments, right? It's the priority. New BRTs, new students, number 1, training, number 2. And then around the times I can't do those, I'm going to be building my PBS pages, working on content, working on ads, and I find time to do that, right? And I like to, and I make sure I have time every week where I'm doing that. But I look at my days and I still have a life and plan around it. You can be watching your grandkid's soccer game and be posting ads in the downtime, right? You can be alert to stuff, but you can still be doing a little bit every now and then, right? And more, if you're like, even on a road trip, I mean, it's the habits we create, the patterns we live in. All right, so I'm on Wisconsin, West Virginia, and I'll just keep posting. And this is one of many places we should market, but Classifieds for Free is working really good now, so I'm back to like singing their praises. And I'm going to go to Washington, and I'm just going to post the ad. And if I get stopped and I have to start over again, no big deal. I can go look at my ads and see the content I have. I mean, I look at the ad, I already know it's good. This program allows you to become recession proof. Maybe that headline is going to work, maybe it's not, but I'm going to get all the way through. And it has this, it even has that phone number. They call that phone number, that's the dial pad rotation. I'm feeding people that have dial pad. I got my email on there. Look, that's my ad. It has my email on there. I don't care if I get spam on that email, right? That email gets a lot of stuff. And that's why you don't want to use your main email when you post this. But the more information, I want people to reach out to me. What is this? It's a system. I tell them what it is, right? They can go here to get information. They can reach out when they're ready. If I start getting too much spam on that email, oh well. That's why it's a separate email to post. That's not my main email. Now I actually use this one a lot. I do get garbage on it. I clean it up all the time. But if I had to replace it, it's not the end of the world. Washington, Virginia. All right, that being said, I'm gonna stop my share. I'm gonna stop my recording. God bless everyone. We're going on to the next hour. Andy, you're doing it this hour, right? Okay.
Yes. You co-hosted, man.
Oh, did I? Actually, I'm going to make Andy the host. You can co-host whoever you need to, Andy.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, if you do me a favor, if I forgot to do one thing, go click on the more and stop the live stream. Those of you that are not part of this, you need to be part, you have to be live